Damian Lillard, what NBA legends think of the Portland Trail Blazers star. It's Dame time, baby. In this era of 30-foot three-pointers being normal and even required, Damian Lillard has gone above and beyond that. He's arguably one of the two people who can rival Stephen Curry's insane range and ability to create threes off the dribble. Couple that with a solid pick-and-roll game and a dangerous inside game, and you have a player that is constantly among the league's best. However, despite Lillard's greatness, his team and management have let him down numerous times. In fact, time and time again. Lillard would have magnificent performances in the playoffs, only to fall short because of a lack of help from his team. It's led many to call for Lillard to request a trade. This year seems to be the final thread of patience for Dame, as his previously loyal to the soil commitment has seemingly wavered. What do the best players of all time have to say about the Portland Trail Blazers star? Let's find out. But before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. From the beginning of his career, some of the greats have sensed something special in the Weber State product. After Lillard's scintillating debut against Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers, Bryant said, "I think the world of him. It's my first time really watching him play outside the preseason. He is a great deal of talent. Seems to be fearless. I think he has a really bright future." And he was right. Lillard would go on to become one of the game's deadliest scorers when he's on, with range rivaling Stephen Curry's and a passing game that has evolved over time. Lillard is a bona fide superstar and has been considered in the past MVP votings as well. Before his breakthrough as a fringe MVP candidate, though, Lillard was routinely disrespected in the form of all-star snubs. Part of it is playing in a stacked Western Conference, a conference that has no shortage of all-stars and superstar-level guards. However, there are legitimate arguments in some years for Lillard to be picked over some of the selections. Because of this, a few former and current players have chimed in. After missing out on yet another All-Star appearance, Charles Barkley snapped on Inside the NBA and called out the media on why they didn't vote for Lillard. LeBron went on Twitter in 2021 to say that Dame is the second most disrespected player in the league, behind Devin Booker. And the great Greg Popovich had this to say: "He's a hell of a player, one of the best guards in the league. Making the All-Star game is just very difficult to do. There are a lot of good players. He's certainly more than deserving to be talked about in that regard." Even without the actual All-Star selection, it must be nice for Lillard to hear this praise coming from his peers and legends. However, Lillard isn't immune to criticism. What's great about him, though, is that he takes these criticisms and uses them as motivation to improve his game. Back in 2018, Isaiah Thomas called out Lillard and wanted him to be a better leader. I think he has to get better as a leader. And what I mean, not his physical leadership, because we see that on the floor in terms of him being able to shoot the basketball and distribute everything else. But can he become the type of vocal leader that inspires his players to get better? Can he inspire his teammates to become better? Lo and behold, 2 years later, Isaiah gave him props for improving both his ability to finish at the rim and his leadership, blossoming into a true floor general for the Trailblazers. He always had that deadly jumper, but I felt that putting it on the floor, getting to the basket, working on finishing around the rim, every year he's added that portion to his game. And now, he's a deadly driver to the basket in terms of making layups. He's a deadly three-point shooter. He's a deadly foul shooter. Dame time. Just 2 words. But every NBA fan knows when this happens. Last 5 minutes, it's a close match. In the clutch, when everything is on the line and Damian Lillard has the ball, it's always going to be Dame time. Dame has made a living off of making a show in the fourth quarter, lighting teams up to either put them away for good or spark a comeback from double digits. His already accurate three-point shooting seems to go up a notch when there's less than 2 minutes left, and he's still cognizant enough to recognize openings and give it to the open man when he's doubled. One of these moments came in 2019 when Lillard hit a deep contested step back over Paul George in the first round of the playoffs to eliminate them 4-1. It was a crazy shot. And what's crazier about that shot was that from the moment Lillard was sizing up George, you had a feeling that it was going in. Dwayne Wade had only 2 words to say, but I feel like this summed up everyone's reaction after that shot. Dame damn. Another moment like this came recently when Lillard put the Blazers on his back and almost willed them to victory in Game 4 against the Nuggets in the first round. Dame scored 55 points in the double OT loss on ridiculous volume and efficiency. He shot 17 of 24 from the field and made 12 of his 17 threes. He also had 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal. But it was all for naught, as his supporting cast, well, failed to support him. Players around the league showered their praises. Kevin Durant, who was live tweeting during Lillard's outburst, said that this was a spiritual experience. After the game, he then tweeted out, "I had like 4 tweets I wanted to write to describe this masterpiece by Damian Lillard Sr., but I'm seriously at a loss for words." Side note, it's an absolute joy to see Kevin Durant and all these superstars unabashedly be a basketball fanatic on Twitter. Don't you just love social media? Stephen Curry seemingly had a suggestion of what to say about that performance. At Dame_Lillard, "That's all I have to say. It was a jaw-dropping performance that unfortunately ended in another loss." This trend of Lillard carrying the Blazers, but the front office and supporting cast do nothing to help out their star, has led to speculation that Lillard might be unhappy in Portland. For years, Lillard has squashed these rumors, but this year, a little bit of uncertainty could be detected in Dame's words. He might be nearing the limit of his patience, and teams are feeling out if he would be available for a trade. Many have speculated and wished for Dame to win a ring by joining with LeBron James and the Lakers. However, Reggie Miller is one of the few people opposed to this idea, citing play style overlap between Lillard and James. As much as I love Damian Lillard, Lillard has to have the balls in his hands to be successful. That's what made him great. Isolation one-on-one, high pick-and-roll player. For LeBron, what he's done throughout his career needs the ball to be successful. I don't think they would play well off one another, he said. Wherever Lillard goes, or if he stays and sticks it out with the Blazers, I'm sure many hardcore fans will be rooting for Dame time to finally earn his first NBA championship. That will be all from this one, folks. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment down below as well. We will see you again soon with something new, so you can click that bell icon to get notified in the near future. Till then, see ya.